Welcome in, Whiskey Freaks. Today we're taking a quick look at the brand new Four Roses Yellow Label 100 Proof. You heard me right. It just hit shelves after being announced on July 22nd. And I wanted to get one of the first reviews out there and let y'all know, is this the new budget bourbon to beat? Or should you just save your money? Well, let's find out. So the bottle, I've got it right here in my hot little hands, and I was lucky enough, a buddy of mine was able to grab this 1 liter bad boy from somewhere over in the Show Me State for just $23. $23 for this big ass 1 liter bottle. So I feel like we're off to a good start. Now it's aged 4 years, and it's got to be because it's a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, and it's got no age statement here on the bottle, so it's 4 years old. Also a good start. Now the mash bill, a little complicated. It's always complicated at Four Roses. This is no exception. It's a blend, and like I said, they're complicated at Four Roses with the 5 yeast strains, the 2 mash bills, 10 recipes, all that good stuff. Well, Brent Elliott says this is a blend. A blend of what we don't know exactly, but it is a blend nonetheless. Let me crack this bottle open here, guys. And it's one of those fancy plastic screw caps. Well... All right, so I'm going to get right into it today, guys. This is kind of a splash and dash type of episode, so I'm going to nose this thing right away. And the first thing I notice is I'm getting a decent amount of alcohol or ethanol on the nose there. It's more, I describe things, it's more than just a tinge. It's not overpowering, but it is more than a tinge. And once you fight past that ethanol, I'm getting this real nice red apple note, some sweet caramel. So I don't know if you'd call it a caramel apple, but it's like those apples you would see around Halloween time, maybe. Not a lot of depth here. It's pleasant. All right, there's a bit of corn dust, what I would say. Like if you've ever stuck your head into a grain storage bin on a farm, it's like that. It's dusty. It's corn dust. Just a little bit. And there's the slightest bit of oak in here on the nose too. It's pretty basic stuff. And in all honesty, I kind of figured with all the recipes that they've dumped into this bottle or potentially dumped into this bottle, I feel like you'd find more floral notes. But if they're in here, I'm not getting them. Let me get a sip. Okay, so right off the bat, I am getting hit with this really strong rye spice, like heavy rye spice. Like, where was that rye spice on the nose? So, suffice it to say, lots of rye spice here on my first sip. Let me grab another sip before I say anything else. There's a citrusy note, but it's lemony, like not in a good way. Like, y'all know I love a good citrusy note if it's orange citrus. This is not that. And don't get me wrong, I've gotten that good note in other Four Roses offerings, but today, this is this lemony note. Let me get one more sip. Okay, there's a bit of caramel in here, but that beautiful red apple note I got on the nose, which was very appealing, it's nowhere to be found here, and that's kind of weird. Not always, but it's weird in this instance. But God bless America, that rye spice and that lemony note, they're kind of overpowering things to me, and there's like this dry, rough oak in here. And I don't mean like the good, soft, subtle oakiness that y'all want. This is the opposite of that. Guys, I'm not even going to do my normal verdict on this one, but I am going to sum this up in only the way that I can. This was work. Like actual work tasting this. Now, their press release says that this new 100 proof yellow label was built specifically for bartenders. They say the higher proof point will help it stand up in cocktails while still being approachable when neat. Now, I agree with the first part. It'd probably stand up in a cocktail. The second part, I say, do not approach it. And this stuff is cheap. You know how I like a value, but it's kind of like that sketchy motel out in the middle of the desert. The sign says vacancy, but your instincts say, stay in the car. Guys, it's 100 proof. It's got the Four Roses name on it, and it's at least 4 years old. So on paper, this thing should be right in my wheelhouse. But in my opinion, there are a million better choices out there, whether you're mixing drinks or whether you're sipping on something neat. Think J.W. Dant. It's cheap, but it's sippable. Hell, even Old Forester 100 if you're on a budget, like a lot of us are. I would even reach for Benchmark Bottled and Bond. I'd reach for that often, actually, because I've done it before. It's the same basic price point. It's just a much better budget pour. Guys, I love Four Roses. I've reviewed several of their offerings here on the podcast. They were exceptional. They were fantastic. And it pains me to say this, but I'm very disappointed that one of the first things the new kids at Gallo do is drop this stuff on us. And they seem super excited about this. And I know. They just dropped the anthology thing on us too. Fine. I haven't had that yet. I haven't even looked into that one yet. But I'm starting to feel like it's 1985 all over again, if you know what I mean. Look, this stuff might be all right in a cocktail. Maybe. But neat? It's got this funky, bitter note. I just can't get past it, guys. And when there are this many better budget bourbons sitting on the shelf, I just can't recommend it. Just save your money. Grab any one of those instead and enjoy your evening on the patio with your dog or your wife or your girlfriend or your wife and your girlfriend. But grab a glass of whiskey that actually deserves your money and deserves your time.